Hi everybody, welcome back to Little House in the South. My name is Becca and today's video is the first part of a two-part series on prepping your house for sale and showing. This first video is going to be more of the home repairs, home improvement projects that you're going to need to do to get your house ready for sale. This is providing there are no major repairs required, so making, barring that there's no major water damage or something like that that needs to be fixed. This is like just the basic. If your house is in pretty decent shape, these are the things you should look for. So first you're going to want to wash all of your walls, touch up any paint that has gotten scuffed or maybe dented by furniture bumping into it. Obviously, if there are any holes in the drywall, if you take down picture frames and stuff before you're showing, you want to fill all those nail holes and repaint over it. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure after you've painted all of your walls, you want to paint any exterior trim or hand railings that is chipping paint. You want to make sure that there's caulking redone around anywhere there is caulk. So around your sinks, around your tubs, showers, toilets, countertops, baseboards. You just want to make sure all of that looks nice and new. And adding fresh caulking around your bathtub actually makes it look really nice, especially if it started to grow some mildew or mold around that area of your bathtub. Just putting a simple little line of fresh caulk can make that area of your home look brand new and sparkly clean. The next thing you want to do is you want to update any of the fixtures in your home that are outdated. So in our last house, we had a lot of the really bright brassy gold fixtures that were really just out of date. Even when we bought it, it was pretty out of date. So as many rooms as we possibly could, we updated those fixtures. So all the doorknobs, hinges, kitchen counter knobs, or kitchen cupboard knobs, I should say, faucets. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there was a lot. Ceiling fans. Now, some of those things, especially things that aren't touched a lot, like the ceiling fans, we just spray painted. We bought the Rust-Oleum brass, or the bronzy finish, and spray painted them. We taped everything off. I took the fan blades off and just spray painted it down. It was a lot of work, but in the end, it cost us the can of spray paint and not a brand new ceiling fan. Next, you're going to want to steam clean or treat any stains in your carpeting. A trick that I've found is the OxyClean stain remover for laundry. It comes in a spray bottle. It's super easy and super convenient. You can just spray the stain, wipe it down. It at least makes it look good for a few weeks. Sometimes those stains kind of seep back up through the carpet over time. You have to retreat them, but at least it'll get the bulk of the stain out while you're showing. You're going to want to clean everything, even things you haven't touched in a while, so check all the corners in your home for cobwebs. I know that sounds like super common sense. I'm a fairly clean person, and when we showed our first home, I will never forget it because I cried and cried over this one comment that a potential buyer made over our home, and they said that it was completely disgusting and they could not believe how dirty our home was, and their one comment was that there were cobwebs in several corners of the room. Now at that house, we had extremely high ceilings in the downstairs. They were not 7-foot ceilings, they were 9-foot ceilings. And I'm not a very tall person, so I just didn't see them at all. And so completely overlooked that in our home. And this one particular area that they were commenting on had a fairly large cobweb in the corner, and there was a lot of dust and bugs and things that had collected in it. And so I understand where they were coming from. Just make sure you touch up all of those things. Make sure you get windowsills clean, wipe down your baseboards, wipe down any outlets, the light switches. You don't notice it over time, but just the oil and the dirt from your fingers eventually rubs off on the light switches, and you can just wipe it off with a damp rag and it'll look brand new. It looks almost like you've put a new outlet cover on there. You're going to want to power wash if possible. You can rent a power washer or borrow one from a friend or a neighbor. But you want to power wash the outside of your home. Typically, the side of your house that gets the least amount of sun is going to grow some algae, mold, whatever. It just looks gross. And so if you power wash that off right before you start to show, it just looks brand new. It looks really clean and nice, and it gets rid of anything that makes the house look dingy or old. You want to power wash off your decks, your railings, your stairs, maybe even power wash like your driveway, or if you have like a walkway, a concrete walkway or something like that. Just make things look as neat as possible. Trim up your gardens, your hedges, whatever you've got around your house for landscaping. Just make sure everything looks super neat and tight. This is my own personal tip. So we are currently in a house that only has 2 bathrooms, but I was thinking about it, and with 3 small children, getting out of the house at the last minute to show is going to be really complicated. I don't want to have to run around cleaning not only the whole house and making sure toys are put away, beds are made, you name it. I also don't want to have to clean 2 bathrooms and make sure 2 bathrooms are maintained at all times. So what I did was I switched everybody over to only using the smaller of our 2 bathrooms. And I made a bin of all of our shower stuff so I can just throw all of our shower stuff into that bin and hide it under the bathroom sink when we're showing. And so I only have to keep that 1 bathroom clean. I've completely made our whole master bathroom spotless, and it stays that way, and I don't touch it. Like, nobody uses that bathroom anymore. Okay, so the last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to declutter, especially your closets. People are going to come into your home, look at your closets, and if they are crammed full of stuff, they're going to be scared that there is no storage in your house. So one way to do that is to pack up, especially if you have luggage from traveling, pack up all your off-season clothing into that luggage and put that out in the garage or into storage or something, not in your closet. That gets rid of 2 things. It gets rid of the luggage that you may have sitting in your closet, and it gets rid of extra clothing. And you want to trim down your clothing, especially if you have clothing that's hanging up, down to just what you absolutely need for the time frame that you're likely going to be showing. If you know it's a slow housing market, you may want to give yourself some wiggle room, have a little bit of extra clothes laid out. But if you know that it's a really hot housing market and your house is likely going to sell pretty quickly, cut it down to like 10 outfits or something like that. 10 shirts, a few pants, whatever you need, and go from there. You're going to want to clear off all your countertops. You don't want a lot of extra kitchen appliances sitting out. It just looks messy, and they're going to want to see things completely cleared off so that they can envision their own things being there. But on top of that, your kitchen, anything really, that you can clear off completely makes it look so much bigger. You're planning on moving anyways, you might as well go ahead and pack some stuff up ahead of time. Get some things packed, put away, out of the way, out of sight, and just make it work without some of those things. Clear off all of your walls of family photos and anything super personal. If you have stuff with like your last name on it, or I don't know, anything that's like specific to your family, you want to take that stuff down off the walls so that it's very neutral. When they walk into your home, they can envision their family photos up there and they don't see your family and get distracted by that. Kids have a lot of toys and a lot of little things that end up everywhere. So what we did was we packed up a good 80 to 90% of their toys. We left out only their absolute favorites. They get their favorite stuffed animal. They get a few favorite toys. My son's absolutely obsessed with Legos, so he does get Legos, which are a pain to clean up, but they keep him occupied every day, so I'm not going to take him away from the kid. But we've cut it down so that even if they pull every single toy in their room out, I can clean it up in about 5 minutes. It's just absolutely essential to have everything set up so that everything's streamlined, so that when you begin to show, you can have everything clean and spotless and looking perfect for your potential buyers in less than 30 minutes. That's the whole goal. So I hope those tips were helpful. Please check back in again soon. I'll have the second part to this, which is all of my cleaning tips for showing. So how you can get your house clean in that 30-minute time frame if you get a call all of a sudden and find out that you have buyers coming to look at your house in a very short period, and how to get your kids out of the house that quickly. So I'm really excited about that video. I can't wait to film it. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. Is there anything I forgot? Please let me know in the comments. Is there any other home improvement items that I might have overlooked? And if you let me know, maybe I can fix it before we start showing this place. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.